ended up getting below this order block. All right. I would have expected more based on that geopolitical tension news that was coming out. I wouldn't have been surprised if it sold off 500 points. So could happen today. Could happen today. What I want to be watching for today, NQ, QQQ, I want to be watching for a breakout for puts at 24,828, or on QQQ, that's going to be 602.99. That's where I would like to go short. Ride that down. If it can flush 800, remember, this could end up being a very quick scalp. It could end up being a really fast scalp because 24,800, really stubborn level. But what happened yesterday, guys? We flushed right below 24,800. And the second we came back up to it, it closed above, yeah, but closed above with okay volume. And then what happened? Volume started to die off, and then it started to get right back below. Formed a double top, and then it rejected hard. So that's something you want to be paying attention to as we get to that level today, okay? If we do take a breakout at 28, you need to be ready to sell some of your position at 800. You do not want to be that guy that enters here and you're just sitting here watching it at 800 going, I'm not going to sell anything, and I'm going to keep my original stop loss. And here you are, 30 points in profit, and then it bounces and stops you out. You know what I mean? Don't be that person. So manage your risk. If you're going to take that trade, you want to be prepared to scale out some of it at least at 800. Because remember, you can have your stop at entry. It can come down, bounce 800 aggressively, come back up. It could come retest 850 because that is also a stubborn key level. And then it could sell through again where you could take another entry, and that might be the move, right? So don't pretend like the first trade is the only trade that has to work. That's what I'm looking for that weakness on the market. All right. And basically, if we can get below these 3-4 hour key levels, we got room down to this order block. We can slip this order block. We've seen that. We slipped it yesterday down to 78. That would give us roughly a, what would that be? From 30 to 78. I don't even want to try to do that math right now. I'm brain farting right now. Don't want to fumble the numbers here. All right. That would be roughly a 156 point trade if we flushed it down there. 156 points. So that'd be a pretty solid trade if we hit previous day low. Previous day low, I would definitely want to be a majority out. But that is something you can be watching for as we approach each of those key levels. So 24,800, order block, and then previous day low. That's what you want to be paying attention to. Then to the upside, I got a breakout for calls, 24,875 and or 604. Okay. Same thing with that. We have a couple of 4 hour key levels here to the upside we can use for those targets on the way up for big exit targets. Same thing with previous day high. Okay. That previous day range is large. Previous day range is very large because the movements are big, from 673 all the way up to 36. So you're talking the ranges the markets have been forming recently are like 300 to 600 points. They are very big, which is why all these scamming gurus online that take a loss and they say, the market's this, the market's that. It's a noise. That's noise. Ignore their negative sentiment. The markets have been amazing. Every single trading day since January 5th has been amazing. Okay. Do not let someone else poison the well, which is your mind. There's opportunity almost every single day in the stock market. All right. Tesla, watching for a breakout for calls at 400. Okay. 0.6, just above that 400 key level, because we might reject 400. If we start to reject 400, I can look for a put entry around 398.57. Or if we never get up there and we just continue to sell, I can watch for a breakout for puts just around that pre-market low. All right. Meta, all I have on watch for Meta is a breakout for puts to the downside. I can watch the 635 area or the 632 area, that pre-market low. AMD, I'm going to be watching a breakout for calls here. Massive, massive push to the upside here in the pre-market session, literally going from $197 a share all the way up to $227 a share. It's a $30 push in the pre-market. Obviously, it lost its momentum, starting to sell through here. So basis on this is using the 218 area as confirmation for calls. If we can get back above 216.58, I'll be looking for upside. And if not, if we end up rejecting 216.58, then I'll be watching for a breakout for puts roughly around 213. All right. And the last thing I like the play for both sides here, just based on yesterday's really strong sell-off and clean price action. Today, I would love to see a breakout for calls on watch at 386.11. So kind of where it is right now. We can see it respected it somewhat well yesterday. Or if we continue the selling pressure, watching for a failure of 383. So I would like to see it slip pre-market a little bit. I wouldn't want to take the entry at the pre-market. I'd like to see it slip the pre-market a little bit. All right. That's about it. Just because of that super aggressive bounce in the pre-market. I just want to see, because that 60 cents can tell us a lot. Okay. This 60-cent range right here can tell us a lot. So, all right. Those are my game plans for the day. Quite a bit to see here. I know it's the day before NVIDIA earnings. Okay, we have NVIDIA earnings tomorrow. Kind of want to stay away from it today and tomorrow. I don't really want to trade this until they post their earnings. The contracts are just not going to be friendly. They're not going to be friendly. Yesterday, I would consider this trade. This was a good trade only because due to the nature in which it broke out. It broke out with us on NQ. That's really the only reason you guys saw your contracts move into profit so quickly. If this had consolidated for the slightest bit, you would have gotten wiped out. You probably would have seen 30%. I have basically every single short position ready, except for Tesla. I have Tesla calls ready. And remember that MU breakout looked pretty too. Balancing this level aggressively here. MU is flying. Look at that break on MU. NVIDIA is pushing hard, but it's rejecting 191 here. Make sure you're selling on MU. That's $6 move on MU, guys. $6 move on MU if you took that trade. MU contracts have flown. They've absolutely ripped on MU. I'm watching it right here. I don't have the chart up because I'm watching Microsoft, but I can just see the number moving right there because 430 was the breakout level. So obviously, if it's at 434, you're heavy in profit. All right, Tesla's moving pretty well here. Contracts are holding up decently well. Meta is selling through rather well here also. Same thing with AMD. They're all selling through really well. QQQ puts, I'm going to give it a shot. QQQ puts, NQ shorts. Entries at 24,810. Trying to see this sell through some more right here. Can't even drag my mouse over. All right, taking my first trim right here. This is where I'm taking my first trim, everybody. First trim. Trying to draw this out. 24,810 was the entry, remember? This is 40 points profit right here. Taking my second trim right here. Selling a quarter. Quarter of the position right here. All right, now I'm moving my stop loss to entry. 40 points in profit. Stop loss is at entry. Let this keep flushing. Again, remember, my entry was at 810. I'm just using the same box. Just for anyone in the pre-market trade. But entry was at 810. This is, right now, this is 53 points profit. 53 points profit right here. I only have a quarter of my position left. Just a quarter. Everything else is moving really well here. Here we go. Another 2 minutes. Winning trade for you guys, right? Clean call out. Avoided the bounce. Avoided the wickiness. Sitting in the trade here, just letting to see if this rocks and rolls. Again, stop loss is at entry. Wherever you entered, stop loss is at entry, okay? We've already gotten a nice little move out of this. 74 points from the pre-market. If you entered on the pre-markets, I'll just put this 53 to 74 right now. Points. Obviously, Microsoft had a nice clean break. All right, so if you took Microsoft, watch the entry there. Same thing with AMD. These are all coming back on Microsoft and AMD. But they both had a nice little clean dump from 213 and from the pre-market low, that 383 area. There we go. Keep selling for me, man. I would love to see 100 points out of this. All righty. I'm selling one more small portion right here. 10% of my position right here. I'm selling 10% of my position. Nice. This is 100 points for the pre-market folks. 100 points profit. We need a little bit more for my entry. We need a little bit more for 100 points. But if you entered in the pre-market at my watch list breakout level, that is 100 points profit for you. Sorry, I keep forgetting to draw that out on QQQ. Absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. Go to this next level. There it is. Boom. 100 points profit. Taking my trim. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, are you going to sell, homie, or what? Interesting. It's not letting me sell. Wow, what a lag. I just got to sell. What was that? Did anyone else just have that issue on Webull? Anybody else just have that issue? It did not let me sell. That was so weird. It just froze and it wouldn't execute the order. That was like a solid 5 seconds to sell my position. That's ridiculous. That kind of pisses me off. What the heck was that? Okay, this is where I'm majority out of the trade. All right, guys. I'm majority out of the trade. This is 118 points from the pre-market or 100 points profit from my live call out for my live entry. Okay. Now that we got 100 points and we're all majority out of this trade, for those, again, those of you that the shy folks, I like to call you guys shy. For those of you that still are not in a trade, I will still try to find something for you, but I need to see a pullback. Realistically, I need to see a pullback. We're at this order block. I am expecting a bounce. So keep that in mind as you're watching this play out. Oops. I guess I'll just have to do that when I keep in mind as you're watching this play out. If you're going to try to take a continuation trade from here, super risky. We could see a big dump like what I was saying in the pre-market, but just know that's super risky, okay? So 100 to 128 point or 118 points. Sorry. Remember, that's if you entered in the pre-market. The 18-point variance is a pre-market entry. If you took my breakout level from the pre-market. How did MU end up finishing for you guys? All right. Aggressive pullback, but I know you guys made profit with that. That's a $6 push on MU. I know you made money if you took that breakout on MU. I know you did. So really solid trade there. If anyone took MU, I would love to know what your percentage profit was. You don't have to tell me how much you made, but I'd love to know your percentage profit was. Apple, really nice, Haven. Let me see Apple. What'd you do on Apple? What a clean trade. Good job, man. This is you know, guys, you guys should congratulate Haven right now. That's a pretty good eye. I don't think I ever would have taken that trade. Super aggressive entry. That's a really good trade, Haven. Good job, man. What I would watch, Haven, I would watch to see if this previous day high can hold as a retest support. Maybe have your stop somewhat in profit, a little bit below it. I know it wouldn't be much, but hey, even if that's like 20%, right? That's not bad. Great job, Ashley. Great job. Good job, guys. Yes. Hold on 1 second. Let me go over the because I'm sure a lot of you have questions. I'm going to pop this QQQ because we're all watching NQ for the most part. If you guys are on QQQ, take a quick screenshot of my level. Well, no, you'll still see it. I'm just going to plop it on the 1 minute here. We're targeting 150 points next, by the way, guys. Right down here, 180 points. That's what we're targeting next. 180 points. I'll tell you when we hit 150 points in case someone's trimming based on 50-point increments. That would be at 24,658. 20. No, that can't be right. Oh, that's right, because I'm going off of this. Regardless, doesn't matter. That's the next level I want to target. I want to target just a little bit before it. So that'd be roughly 150 to 172 points profit, okay? Great job, Justin. I'm proud of you guys. Anyone that took the trade with me, I'm very proud of you. Anyone that's new, I know you might not believe in my trading style yet, so you might be hesitating. Totally understandable. Just watch and learn. Just watch and learn. Okay, so remember, we are expecting a bounce around this order block. That's why we're either majority out or you're completely out of the trade. If you only had one MNQ left, yes, sell at 100 points, just like yesterday. Sell it at 100 points. Do not let your one MNQ runner that hits 100 points profit go back at all. Look at this aggressive bounce right at my order block, just like I said it was going to happen. And what's happening? We're seeing an aggressive bounce. I mean, just watching this. So I'm looking here to see if we can reject this pre-market low. We're slipping right through it, which is not a good sign. Dangerously close to the entry here. Anyone that has runners, pay attention to your runners. What I'm looking to see is if we can stay below 810. If we can, that's not good. What it's doing right there, that's not good. We need to hit 810, and we got to dump it immediately. We got to dump it immediately. If you dump it immediately, that's a good sign. It can just continue to absolutely dump to the downside. Otherwise, we were expecting this bounce, right? Just like yesterday, literally textbook. Taking the majority exit, you saw that aggressive bounce. It comes into play right off of the order block level, and now you see it. We're trying to see if it can hold this range and continue to sell, or if it's going to cause a complete volume flip and try to break out to the upside. Gosh, what a good feeling, huh? Being done in, let's see, what is that? Let's say you got stopped out on this candle, 8 minutes being done, basically. All right, really bad candle close for shorts. I think this is going to try to have a complete volume flip reversal here. Here's the deal. This high level right here, this would be my bias for shorts or for longs. All right, I would flip my bias criteria now. So as you're watching this, if you're going to take a breakout here, this is the only spot I would try to go long. That's the only spot in the morning session, at least in the morning session. Now, if you took the pre-mark or if you took the trade with me, I don't want to trade this. We just caught a beautiful trade. You do not want to force another trade. All right. I'm going to make that very clear. Do not force another trade. Today should be, this is my discipline test for a lot of you. If you took your call out with me, if you took my call out with me, raise your hand. If that's you, do not take another trade today. See if you can do it. See if you can do that. You guys are participating. That's awesome. People are actually raising their hand on the Zoom. If you took it with me, do not take another trade. Do what I'm doing. I'm not taking another trade. Practice this discipline. If you took longs, trim now. If you took longs, trim now. That's 32 points profit. But for those that took your trade with me and you're not in this long, you are practicing your discipline with me right now. I don't care that you might have FOMO. You just saw this rip 30 points. There is zero FOMO. You're sitting here practicing your discipline because some of you fall victim to this a lot, right? You get a decent trade and then you immediately jump into the next thing, and you find yourself over trading quite often. Please practice your discipline. All right. If you're in from the 828 breakout that I was mentioning, let me draw this out. If you're in from that breakout, remember, you're in this without me. I'm not in this with you. You're in this without me. It's just you. As you're approaching this 24,875, I would want to take a good chunk of that position off. There's a high probability based on this price action that we could see a pretty harsh rejection here right back to your entry. Okay. So I would also put that stop loss at entry, and you've done what you can with this trade so far. It's either going to absolutely rip or it's going to come back and tap your entry. Okay. But this is a trade where you do not let this go red anymore. It had a little bit of drawdown. I think it went in a drawdown like 5 points and then it took off. So again, that's 40 points of profit. Currently 40 points of profit. Let it be. Let it be. But I am expecting it. Like I wouldn't be looking for breakouts at 875 anymore. I'm expecting this. It's kind of doing it a little bit right now, but a little bit of pullback in this range, because that would be quite absurd if we had a 100-point bounce off of my order block followed by another 100-point continuation candle. Just remember that. Okay. Could it happen? Yes. Does it happen often? No. Like look at Apple. Apple's a good example. Apple had a decent pullback and then it's taken off, right? And Haven, you should still have some of these contracts. Haven, I hope you have at least one. Here are my levels real quick, Haven, if you want to write these down, because I'm about to switch it back. All right. All right. Microsoft ended up having a clean breakout as well. Both directions on Microsoft, guys. Oh, damn it. I'm sorry, Haven. That's a shame. All right. Look at that momentum loss we're starting to see up here at this 4-hour level. You guys see this on the 1 minute on QQQ? The wicks are good, though. The wicks are good to the downside. That's showing us buying pressure. We're seeing buying pressure. More buyers are stepping in here. It should start to push through this level. Again, if you took the long entry, you would have taken your entry roughly around 24,828. That's where I was saying you had to go long if you were going to go long. If you did not go long there, do not go long. Again, I'm trying to get you guys to practice your discipline. I want you guys to work on strong discipline because it will help you become better traders. Right now, I have a very, very important question. For all of the one-on-one students I have, you don't have to type anything. You don't have to react on the Zoom. Okay, there's that trim for the breakout, folks. Did you guys hold till 100 points like I've been telling you? I've been telling a lot of you, try to hold one contract for 100 points profit. Try to hold one. Did you do it? Did you do it? Because some of you struggle. Some of you struggle. It's just me being transparent. It's not like all of my one-on-one students absolutely crush it. They're real people, so we all make mistakes. All right, 76 points. That's where I would take your third trim on this breakout trade to the upside. I would take your third trim here. And then I would target, again, 100 points. If you have one MNQ left, target 100 points. That'll be your last trade or your last, that can be the last position sell for the, what do you call it? Your MNQ trade. Remember, top of this box is 100 points, all right? Dangerously close. Okay, guys, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Second day in a row for 100 points, holding it. Good. Good. VIX is dumping, markets flying. Yeah. I don't look at the VIX too much. I'll probably check the VIX once a week. If that. All right, watch Microsoft here with this rejection it's having. Sorry, I didn't draw any of these out. Tesla's right to that daily level. I would be majority out of Tesla here, guys. If you took this Tesla trade, I would be majority out. That large daily level, there's a high problem. Oh, there's 100 points. Sorry, I was looking at Tesla. You got 100 points on this breakout to the upside now. So both directions for you guys. So again, like I said, I literally said it out loud. We got our trade out the gate. We avoided this hesitation. I'm going to go over, stay for the education for those that leave really fast. Just give me 5 more minutes and you can bounce, okay? We got the live call out for the shorts to the downside. We got 115 to 130 points profit out of that. But we did say we're expecting a pullback, a bounce at the order block. The order block bounce happened. Then I said, as we got down there, for those that are in, for those that skipped my first trade, don't worry, I'll find you another trade, right? That's literally what I said. I will find you another trade. I did my job. I found you another trade, breakout at 828, very clear call out. And now you're sitting up here over 100 points in profit, still can let a runner keep going, right? This is the kind of thing where I'm sitting here. I don't understand why anyone would give up on trading. You have days like this. To me, trading just screams at you that this is one of the best opportunities you're going to have. It truly is. Just the ability to make so much money this quickly. In my opinion, it's unheard of, you know? Now, don't get me wrong. It's not stable. It's not stable like a good, strong business you might build. A lot of you in here are entrepreneurs, right? It's not that strong where I know, hey, I have revenue coming in. It's a business that I can sell. Someone can take this over. I can take a loan off of it type of thing. You can't do that with day trading. Totally understand. It's got its drawdowns. However, you cannot deny the ability to make an absurd amount of money in such a short amount of time, adding on the convenience factor. Look at me. I'm in full sweats. I'm in full sweats and I can do this, right? The convenience factor is, it's just crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So yeah, I get a little disappointed when people give up because it's such a shame. I'm just thinking, like, I can't imagine if I was talking to my older self and I gave up. You know, it's such a shame. Yeah, no, I'm gonna get off the live with you guys, and I have one-on-one student today. I'm gonna get off the live with you guys, and I'm gonna go hang out with my family. I mean, it's kind of hard to beat that. All right. Okay, here's the deal. I do see continuation coming in. We still have good buyers coming in. We still have good volume. Our point of control is at right below this 4-hour key level. So that's good. So in terms of a trailing stop, if you're the type of person with one MNQ left, in terms of a trailing stop, you can stop out, like I could say 24,895. You can stop out there and profit. 24,895 can be your trailing stop loss and profit, and see if this thing can continue to push, and just go 4-hour level to 4-hour level. You know, we're trying to target 150 points. I mean, this is that 4-hour level. Honestly, that would probably be the best spot to trim right there. But then you could just target the next one for 209 points profit. Okay. Seth, the only difference from a key level and an order block is a larger area where I know that a lot of volume sits. That's what an order block is. So you can think of it as two key levels that form a zone. You can think of it that way. Okay. Jaden, it depends how many contracts you have left. How many do you have left? And how many did you buy to start with? In my opinion, I would have no more than 10% of my position left, Jaden. 15 contracts, 2 left. That's fine. That's fine. What I would do if I was you, Jaden, you sold at 100 points, right? You sold one at 100 points profit. I would adopt the same trailing stop loss. Use the same trailing stop loss of 24,895. That can be your trailing stop loss. If you're super bullish on the day, you can say, hey, I'm going to sell one of my 2 at 24,895, and I'll sell the last contract at 24,872. Still in profit, but just in case it comes back and slips this level and then absolutely nukes, you still have a contract in play. Kind of a hybrid way of letting that position run. So guys, the fact that Tesla has broken out above this is pretty big. I'm not going to lie. This is a pretty big deal. You could see some nice continuation here on Tesla. So if you still have Tesla contracts left, this would be good for letting this run up to 405.50. Again, that would have been mainly due to you rolling with my trading idea, because that wasn't a call out. Really good on you. Really good on you. Obviously, just feel free to use my levels. That order block up there, 25,082, that's where I would expect the market to reject. I would look for a rejection or look for a full exit up at 25,077 or up at 610.20. Okay. All right, guys. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful trading day. You guys absolutely crushed it today. Extremely proud of every single one of you. Remember the profit posts and the fitness posts. 2 $1,000 giveaways for you guys. So I'm giving away $2,000 March 15th. Cash straight to you. So Venmo or Zelle, it's going straight to you. All right. Just like Fabrizio getting he got the computer, but I gave him cash, right? Because he ended up buying the computer on his own. But yeah, all you got to do is participate. It's literally a participation trophy. Literally. I'm promoting your participation. That's all I need from you. All right. All right, guys. Stay blessed. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Remember, class tomorrow evening as well. All right, everybody. You guys have a blessed one. Stay safe. Stay healthy. See y'all tomorrow.